I remember hearing you say that you found out or you first experienced true mirror when you were at like a party, a social event. You said you were feeling good, and they said you looked
Yeah.
into the mirror that we usually use, and you just start feeling horrible, like you didn't have that same feeling anymore. And then
Yeah.
somehow, some way, you did something with the medicine cabinet, and the mirror started to align, and you started to feel that feeling of amazement again. You started to feel how you usually were, which was happy. And
Yeah.
I say that to say, was that the first time you heard of the concept of true mirror?
Yeah. Yeah. It was definitely the story was that I was at a party. I was in California. I was 22. I was hanging out on the beach. Pretty much everything was just fantastic. I mean, socially, I was just rocking it and loving life and happy. And I was, like enjoying it. Like life was just great. I was, what could be wrong? And I walked into the bathroom with a big smile on my face, like laughing at some joke, and the mirror just completely just shot me down hard and pretty much said, "Dude, right, you're messed up.
Hmm.
You're high as a kite." Is really what it was, and you know, you're you're so fake. Like that. You must be fooling those people out there, because this person that I'm seeing here, the one who the real me, the one that's kind of hiding from those people out there. That's You're just so fake, and you're ruining your life because you're partying on the beach instead of doing what you're supposed to be doing. All this kind of negative criticism just piled on me within 5 seconds. And it wasn't the first time. The mirror and I had gotten more and more of a struggle over the years. But it was really strong, a very, very strong beatdown. And it just kind of deflated me instantly. And then I turned the corner and there was a medicine cabinet at right angles, which again creates the true image. And the line that was between the two mirrors was small enough, and perhaps I was high enough that I could actually look past it and see myself actually as I was, and I recognized it. It was like, oh, there you are.
What?
And like literally the second thing was, so what? You're fucked up. You're having a good time. I'm sorry for the language.
That's cool, man. I don't give a damn.
Okay, because this is kind of how you feel. It's like, wow, I'm just like, because I saw this spark in my eye and the happiness behind it, and my smile, which looked so fake, and my eyes which were just so kind of manic and bloodshot and wasted, suddenly were just happy because I was happy, and it was genuine and it didn't go away. I spent like 5 minutes just like going, oh my God, this is like wow. And I would look back to the regular mirror and all of a sudden it would just disappear again.
So I
So that was 40 years ago, you know, and to this day it's still different. It's still qualitatively and much better a version of me that looks back than the non-reverse mirror.
okay. So I want to ask if you weren't because you said you were fucked up when you were at that party. Do you think if you weren't
Yeah.
fucked up, do you think you would have still had that experience?
I think it possibly not. I mean, the idea itself is not new. I mean, it's more than 100 years old.
Hmm.
Someone patented it in 1887,
Hmm.
and there's been various patents over the years, and people have tried to market it. But if you look at the literature for what they're getting their patent for and stuff, it's really just about the physical. Like, oh, you can use your makeup, this way, or you can fix your flaws with your makeup was one of the advertising on one guy's pitch. None of it was about the personal. It's all a physical. It's like a physical curiosity. Whereas I was just struck like brick over, or whatever, a ton of bricks, that oh my God, it's me. And as a person looking back, and I connected with it. All of the things that we're kind of learning now about self-image and self-understanding was just like crystal clear for in an instant. And all this doubt just disappeared. And my being high was, I was just hyper aware of it. So when you look in a mirror, you're in a communication loop with yourself, like incredibly dynamic, because you already know it's in your head, and that goes out onto your face and goes out to the mirror, gets reversed, comes back to you. you process it in a way that's altered from what's actually real, which then shows up in your face, which goes back out to the mirror and then gets reversed and comes back, and you process that. So you're responding to your response over and over again in this feedback loop. But there's this distortion going on that you can't tell because it still looks like you, but you just, and it's been you since you were a child. But that distortion really, really, changes expressions, changes feelings, changes emotions. And when you're high, you're kind of hyper aware of this, like something was wrong, something was off. And then when I saw myself in the non-reversing mirror, suddenly it was that you're in the same communication loop without that distortion. And I recognized it. And then I recognized my recognition and I recognized that. And it's just like, oh my God. And wow, whoa, it just kept building instead of just deflating. I got so happy. And again, because I was high, I was just hyper aware of like, oh my God, this is totally different. So yeah, maybe. I mean, only because no one else had seemed to discover this before then.
Okay. Here we go. I swear to God, we're wasting time. See, you give me faith that everything be fine, but I'm losing my mind. And you say smell the roses, what happens, we'll be fine. Okay, I just hate the fact that we all wait to see.